coming.
Okay. And the way you see here, since you come here, I saw.
Hey everyone, if you joined us, bear with us. We are waiting for some more people to arrive, but you see we are a source of knowledge. Home, as you can see, it's Africa, away from Africa. People are starting to arrive. We're looking forward to the conversation. Unfortunately, we're having technical difficulties. So
See if they know this one. See if they know that.
no, this is not them. That's them. You have to show it to them on my phone.
Where's your phone?
By Noire. So we have the brothers and sisters from Congo joining us over there. This is the broadcast.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to see them. So I'm trying to figure out. We weren't able to do the camera. This is different from that. This is Kumbukeni. That's Kumbukeni. That's like Kumbukeni.
Oh, we're live. Okay, so now I got that.
So we're on Twitter.
We live, so we gotta.
So we can start in about
We started here already.
Yeah, we'll give
Everybody,
another 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Other people don't come in.
That's what I'm thinking, right? But it will show people's backs.
We could put something to elevate it, and then
so that they can see the brothers and sisters from Congo, right? And they can see people speaking. Yeah, this is better. Yeah.
Oh, you supposed to do that.
Can you all hear us in the broadcast? Just put in the chat if you can hear us. Let us know if you can hear us on the broadcast. No, not Congo, not Congo. The other people online virtually. That's perfect. Yeah, and they can see. So on the screen, if you can please let us know in the chat if you can hear us, that would be great. Because it defeats the purpose if you cannot hear anything. Someone let us know in the chat if you can hear us. Give us a thumbs up or yes, we can hear you in the chat, please.
Let them know we're going to start in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. If they can hear me, first they have to let me know if they can hear me. Can you hear us in the chat?
No, they want to get it.
Did everyone get the program? Did you all get the program? Kemba, did you send it to them?
I didn't.
Kemba, it's virtual. Did you send them the
Well, programs have been a little off as far as the time.
Yeah, the time is off, but the order is the same.
It's like 11, 12 where they at, right?
Yeah, it's late.
Yeah.
They're gonna stay up until 1.
They're going to say,
It's young and still. I was gonna ask, Gracie is on his way?
Yeah. He told me he was on his way. I was like 30 minutes. Why is he? What? Right now?
No, so if we start, he's gonna be at the panel. So I'm thinking, okay, if he starts with libations, we need a plan for him. And then we're introducing Baba Kofi. Baba Kofi. Let me put in the chat if they can hear us.
Why? Mother Kofi. And Duku was trying to do it.
Baba Kofi. Yeah. You, myself, and Ikemba are going to introduce once. We have to wait until he does libations, right? We should start with just libations. So we need a drum for you, a drum for me, just so that when he's doing libations, we're drumming. Yeah.
You want 2 drums?
Yeah.
3 drums.
Yeah. You're going to sit in the front, you're going to do drum.
2 drums or 3?
2 or 3? 2.
Who's the drummers?
You, Baba Kofi, myself,
Me?
and we'll alternate, yeah.
Drummer?
Yes.
I don't know what is it. I don't know.
2 or 3, right?
Oh, God.
Hey. I'm Learning.
It's just.
It's just. Colonialism took all the creativity out of it.
No way. Not defeated.
Not all of it. Not all of it. That's
Overcome.
still right.
There it is. Oh, what is it? The rhythm of the anthem. The street breeze. Gotta let it flow. You're supposed to move through your hands. It's great. It's great. The book, advocacy board, the book is here.
I'm gonna find out.
Saying no to the ground.
They closed down. I used to go there. They had a big distributor. They had like 3 stores in Brooklyn. This is before the takeover.
So we have to show him
This
the
is before the takeover. White
So we
folks
have
was doing their thing.
patients open and then
From that, from Brooklyn.
I found out that
Kôngo
the
people
same
talk about
people when I was starting. This is my
brothers
first
in
time here.
Kôngo talk about
But yeah, this is my first time. They organized it, but they called them
Juliana
like, I mean, I'm a good,
Right.
but I told them like whatever I can contribute. But them two, and I think the bookstore in tandem with the bookstore too. But those are my folks, like, and me and Warren, we graduated from everything together. I know him.
Anybody want any waters? Waters?
Yeah. You just pay and I'll
Waters?
you'll be
Okay,
like,
yep.
yeah.
And he's actually an admin now.
It's a book.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh my, I didn't even cut the video where Juliana.
you didn't cut it?
No, I have it, but I can forward it to the place where we want her. But how am I going to make it like together?
You
A
got
little
to play
wet
it.
from
You
the
got to play
ice.
it from
A little wet from the
Zoom.
ice.
You got to share Zoom wherever the volume is coming. The volume is coming from your phone.
Yeah, but the video is so large, it can't show my phone.
You can't show on your phone.
Because
Well,
it's a recording.
It's what?
It's a recording. It was too large for my phone.
I mean, I guess I could play it from my phone, share it on my phone.
I have now to send it. It was sent to me with WeTransfer. I have to send it to you with WeTransfer. And then you have to download
You
it.
sent it to me, right? What did you send me?
No,
On
not
WhatsApp?
not the little video of the young girl.
Oh.
Actually, Patrice remembers what I told
See?
Look. Look.
Nah. You gotta show it on screen, though.
Yeah, that's so they won't be able to see it. That's what I'm saying.
So maybe can we text it, brother? See how long?
Yes,
Can,
Ask Noor, Ikemba.
can we text it, brother, to see
I see you tomorrow.
See, thank you so much, Dexter.
Right. Yes.
Ikemba.
Okay. All right. I'm probably gonna come back next week though, because I wanna rack up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ask you to do this, but maybe turning off the video. Sometimes the bandwidth, you get a better sound without video.
Are you able to log into Zoom on your computer?
Mama Big Beyond, thank you.
Zoom on your computer, then you can share the screen.
No, it's okay. She is a Congolese consultant
before
and
we
advocate
weren't
with
doing it on my
extensive
computer because
experience
it
in
was being
social
used. Thank you
community
so much.
development and cultural facilitation. She has been at the forefront of women's mobilization for change in the DRC and has played a significant role in grassroots initiatives promoting social and economic justice. She has worked as a U.S. focal point for various Congolese NGOs, serving as a crucial link between grassroots organizations and the international community. She is an active member of the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom. Finally, she is the author of a graphic novel about the life and legacy of Patrice Emery Lumumba, the prominent Congolese leader and independence fighter. This work aims
Okay, cool.
Yes. This work aims to provide a deeper understanding of Lumumba's life and ideals, including Pan-Africanist. I love that. Oh my gosh. Including his Pan-Africanist beliefs and fight for Congo's liberation. Welcome, ladies, to WPFW Radio here in Washington, D.C. We're so delighted to have you this morning on this very special morning. And Juliana, I want to start with you. I'm posing this first question to the both of you, and we'll start with you, Juliana. Who was Patrice Emery Lumumba?
Patrice Emery Lumumba, first of all, was my father. And he was the prime minister, the first prime minister of Congo. And he's a national hero in our country. And he fought for the independence of Congo. But he fought for the total independence and the economic sovereignty of the Congo. Because for him, all the riches, all the riches, all the wealth of the Congo, all the resources of the Congo should go to all the Congolese to have a better life for them. And he fought also for the dignity of the black man. He believed in work, he had faith,
We need now
liberty,
this to go there
and for him,
because we took it off the phone.
he said, we will show the world what the black person can do when he works in liberty. So
No, not yet. I
he
just want to make
not
sure this
only
goes
fought
back
for
up
the
there.
independence, but for
because
the
now it's
whole
on the computer.
sovereignty and integrity of the Congo.
You would have to.
So the phone wasn't working?
It was
Huh?
it was working. We needed to move the Zoom here so that we can play a video that cannot be played on the phone. So here we can do it through settings. No?
Okay.
Because you would have to pull up the.
He's doing. There you go.
Okay.
So
Okay. Good.
so I go to settings here. So you do.
You want settings on the
You
computer?
want the settings for Zoom or settings on the computer? Settings on the computer, right? I'm sweating.
Yes. What's up?
I have the Bluetooth
Yes.
section.
What's wrong? I. Dad, I'm in the back. Okay.
Coming in now. Stop.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, Dad, got you covered. See you later. Okay, Dad. Talk to you. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Wait, stop doing that. Okay, let me see. How to.
You can use it if you want to.
How to connect laptop. Why are they showing?
When you're connecting the laptop to the
Was it that one that came up?
to the TV, this is what I used to do that in hydraulics, but I haven't done it in so long. So I'm trying to figure out here.
Yeah.
The network, or if it's Wi-Fi, what do you go to first? Because if the AirPlay is up.
AirPlay's up on here, right?
Yeah.
So, wait, go to right here. What these are?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the
Screen
air.
mirror.
Screen mirror. Yeah. Okay. I do remember that, and then just hit that.
What's the Roku remote?
Yep.
What's the
Yeah,
remote?
there, he got it.
So it should come up 2,
Yeah,
3,
2,
4,
3,
5.
4, 5.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
So it should come up. Just say so.
Pick
Mirror.
the screen. Pick the entire screen.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, then never mind.
Perfect.
Okay, then never mind. You don't need me.
Thank you. Thanks, baby.
Yeah, so I can't remember how. Like
Yeah.
yesterday, do all this stuff. It's been.
But I want to know which part of this. Let me stop sharing it and figure it out. I want to know which part I'll share. Let me just stop sharing it for now.
Okay.
Hold on.
But just hit minimize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
So
about
that's
this
there.
one is better. We can see.
Huh? Now you can see us?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I moved it to the computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
But
could
hold
see
on.
it
I want to
as
see
well.
where I'm going to start the video we had with Juliana.
Okay.
Oh, great. Yeah. Injabula, ben, on est en train de préparer la vidéo qu'on fait avec Juliana. La fille de Lumumba, Juliana Lumumba. On va commencer avec ça. Puis on va. Vous êtes là?
Should he? They can go out through the back door, right? He can bring the gate down.
Un qui est parti avec la
What if they're
connexion
coming in from there?
RTS peut passer. Binja, tu es là?
Who would be at the front? Somebody's coming in now. Like my people's right here.
C'est bien qu'on puisse vous
Yeah, they're
voir
looking to
parce
see.
que
They all got locks.
la première fois qu'on se
Yeah,
rencontre,
check. Yeah, people need to come in, Nebati.
We will welcome you with open arms, and we're happy to do our part. So please.
Now I want to transmit because I
thought
passer la semaine, mais oui, partenaires, on cherche, vous voyez, ils sont organisés, nous aussi on doit être
you
organisés.
mentioned
On peut, grâce à
all of us. And how do we reach across to Congo?
There you go. So that's where I want to play. Okay.
Organisé, avoir des
That's
matériels
what I want to play. Okay. Thank you so much, sis.
Pour parler de tout ce dont on a besoin, il faut.
Can you? Can they hear us though? Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear.
Yes.
No, the ones on Kumbukeni. Can you hear us? The audience on Kumbukeni. Can you hear us?
Les autres.
Hello, welcome, brother. Welcome. All right, so I'll just keep that up. I'll put this down here. I think we're good. I'll put this down, and I think we're good to go, baby. I think we're good to go. You see everyone? Yep, we're good to go. Yeah, they're gonna introduce themselves. All right. So, all right, we're going to start.
Like, should have started with that.
We need to move that chair.
Okay.
Then there should be one more. There should be one more tall one.
You want one then?
We're gonna put three of us on the panel.
Excuse me. Oh, yes.
Yes, we can.
He's sweet? I don't know he's sweet in. I know he's sweet. Shay.
Yes, sir. I'm multitasking, so I'm gonna be doing both. Okay.
All right. Good evening, everyone. How are you? How's everyone doing? All right. All right. Beautiful celebration of our elders, Patrice, Kôngo, and mega elders. All of our elders who have transitioned, we will pour out a libation. And I think we're familiar with libation. We will be calling on our ancestors, all ancestors that we know of, and then also our closest ancestors, right? Our ancestors that transitioned. And so, as we know, I'm pouring one out after every name that we spoke. We want us to speak our ancestors out with spirit. All right? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can hardly hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
But no, we can hardly hear you. Est-ce qu'on pouvait entendre?
Okay.
Oui. C'est très difficilement. Parce que je dois traduire. It's difficult to hear.
Yeah.
Speak louder. All right, so we will be
Can you have
starting
the mic?
libation. Hello, everyone.
Bonjour à tout le monde.
Greetings, greetings.
Hello.
Hello. So
Hello.
we will be pouring out libations and celebrating our ancestors. Can everyone hear me?
Set? Yeah, we can hear it.
Can you hear?
Yeah, they said they could.
Yes,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And so I want us to, I would like for us to call out all ancestors that have transitioned, family members, dignitaries, all loved ones, friends. All right?
Nous voulons inviter tout le monde, les ancêtres, les membres des familles, les dignitaires, et ici maintenant parce que nous sommes venus célébrer deux ancêtres, Lumumba et Medgar.
Very loved senior. Ashe. Marcus Messiah Garvey. Ashe.
Patrice Lumumba.
Ashe.
Medgar
Ashe.
Evers.
Ashe.
Ashe, ça veut dire nous sommes
No,
ensemble.
no.
Go ahead, join in.
Ashe. 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 Omega Verge. Ashe. Walter Lovett Sr.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Thomas Sakara.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Dr. John.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Maintenant,
Ashe.
on est en train de rester tous les ancêtres.
Francis Cresswell.
Et puis Ashe, c'est le signe de
Ashe.
reconnaissance.
Thomas Bird Sr.
De moi, des ancêtres.
Sakara.
Walter Jack Desalegn. Ashe.
Steve Biko.
Ashe.
Nani.
Ashe. Ashe. Sylvia Palmares. Ashe.
Bobby Puma.
Dr. Amos Wilson. Ashe. All right. The ancestors bless this lecture and presentation today. All right.
Hello, everyone. Karibuni, Asanteni, that is Swahili. Welcome.
We can hardly hear.
Apologies for the late start and all the confusion, but
Can't
get it
hear,
done
please.
despite the challenges, right? So I was coming to the bookstore one day, as I always come, and Brother Kofi said to me, or Elder Kofi said to me, we need to celebrate Patrice Lumumba. I said, you're right, we do need to celebrate him. But as we were talking about that, Brother Ikemba told me when I reached out to Ikemba for help.
It's difficult to hear.
Philadelphia family.
It's difficult to hear.
Can't
Can you
hear.
hear?
We can't hear.
Can you hear? Baby. Is it
Yeah, this way,
connected?
okay. You're closer to the microphone. We can hear
Yeah,
now.
it's because we're using the computer mic.
Yeah, maybe we can turn the computer off. We can turn your right. Okay.
that was that.
Probably just have to speak nice and loud. All right. This mic on. How many microphones you have?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Now that you are closer, we can hear. But when you go over there, we can't hear.
Can you hear now?
No.
Can you hear now?
Yeah.
You can.
Now we can hear.
You can hear me now?
Yes, we can hear.
And it's,
Vous entendez?
and it's clear?
Oui. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so I changed the. Okay, so let me just put a thumbs down if you can't hear so that everyone can see you. So, Brother Ikemba said that July 2nd, 1925 is also, no, because I changed the audio, is also Medgar Evers' birthday. So we said these are two, and one of the things that we do at CONGO, the organization I work with.
C'est pas seulement l'anniversaire de naissance de Lumumba, c'est aussi la naissance de Medgar.
So we're going to have those pauses so that our brother Patrice in Congo can translate to our brothers and sisters who do not speak English.
C'est en train d'avoir des pauses pour que j'essaie de traduire tout ça.
It isn't. Oh, you didn't see? Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's your phone that's the camera.
Yes. There. Great. Now it's okay.
All right. Poleni. Okay. So we're celebrating today Patrice Lumumba and Medgar Evers, two revolutionaries. Even more important, one who was abroad, a descendant of our brothers and sisters who were kidnapped from the motherland and enslaved in these lands, and one who was at home doing the same work. So our goal is to bridge the gap that has been put by the colonialists between us, to tell us that we are different, to tell us that we should, for example, for us who come from the continent, that we should not follow those here because they're a bad example. We're trying to get rid of that because we are one family, to show that we are one family. As we tell Lumumba's story and as we tell Medgar's story, we're going to see that they were similar in so many ways, and there's nothing different about us, right? There's nothing different about us when you smell the food we cook. If you're cooking, if I'm cooking, it's gonna smell the same, right? The ingredients we use. There's nothing different about us when we play the drums. There's nothing different about us when we shake our hips. Nothing.
Maybe I can translate this.
Yes, go ahead, brother. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, nous sommes réunis pour célébrer deux ancêtres qui étaient nés le 2 juillet 1925. D'une part, nous avons Patrice et Mary Lumumba, et d'autre part, nous avons Medgar Evers, l'un qui est né au continent africain vers l'est et l'autre est né vers l'ouest. C'est un peu ça, les deux grandes figures que nous sommes en train d'étudier. Nous allons parler de leur histoire, leur vie politique, leur lutte contre l'oppression. Et l'objectif, c'est de réunir ces deux grandes figures parce que vous allez découvrir qu'il y a une grande ressemblance entre les deux personnes, même s'ils sont venus des deux zones, deux places différentes. Yes, continue.
So today we're going to sit in that, our unity. We're going to listen and hear about two great men in our community, our global community. We're going to learn lessons from how they carried themselves, learn from the mistakes they made so that we do not repeat them again, and then walk away with an understanding that we need to implement this today. Because as you can see, we're at war all around us. Our food, our education, our freedom literally to move around is now being taken away. So we need to do something about it. We can't keep sitting and acting like it's okay when things are falling apart. Our families are threatened, as you can see behind the windows on the street. The family structure of male, female, who can bear a child is being threatened. So it is time that we as Black people act and stop walking around like everything is okay. And this is part of that journey. There's many people. We have friends of Congo who having events today, and many other people around the globe celebrating Patrice Lumumba. Friends of Congo is also celebrating Medgar Evers today in unison with Patrice Lumumba. So we're going to start with our brother Passy, who's going to tell us about Patrice Lumumba, and then we'll have Passy. It's all yours for a while. If the brothers and sisters with you want to speak, if the children want to speak, that's okay. We're gonna give it to you, so you can have it now. The floor is yours.
Ok, thank you, merci. Nous allons devoir parler. Nous allons parler sur Lumumba. On va commencer avec Lumumba. Et si vous aussi, et Binja et Bunga, ouvrez vos caméras, vous allez aussi parler. Je vais parler de Lumumba. Vous aussi, vous allez intervenir. Est-ce que vous êtes là? Ouvrez vos caméras. Ok. Thank you for the floor. And talking about Patrice Lumumba, I will first of all show this picture, this book that has been written by one of our mentors. Her name is Mama Vivian Chefu. Yeah, her father was Lumumba's advisor, justice and judicial advisor. Lumumba is, for us, for me, not only a hero, but also a dream that is becoming true. And Lumumba is a symbol, is the sign, the sense of determination that we were waiting for. And personally, Lumumba, he is there. I mean, that's a reference, the model of me, the embodying of me, because my age, the age I have this year, it is the age that Lumumba had before when he died. So he was 36 years old. And for me, it's a kind of self-determination and also raising of the Congolese awareness, because Lumumba is not known. If you go around the avenues, the streets, you ask, what does the date of 2nd of July mean to Congolese people concerning Lumumba's family? You will discover that Lumumba is not known here in Congo, in DRC. People ignore his struggle, and they say that he asked for independence earlier. He would have left the country in the same situation where people were cut into parts and mutilated in order to have the rubber, and they called it red rubber. And what Lumumba was struggling for, I mean, the justice, dignity, the struggle against exploitation of man by man, Belgians, and Belgians were supported by England and all these forces. And Lumumba fought for the economic and political independence. Yet he ruled the country only for 3 months. A very young leader, but he had a great spirit. They thought Lumumba could die, but Lumumba is alive, and Lumumba will never die. And talking about the death of Lumumba, Lumumba was mutilated. He was cut into parts before being put into the acid. He was burnt. They thought that he could finish, but Lumumba is for us an ideology, a number of ideas and the thoughts based on inspiration from the reality of the society. And what we are learning now in Congo, in DRC, the occupation of North and South Kivu provinces is what Lumumba predicted and also went through the secession of Katanga. But I will finish by the values of Lumumba. Lumumba was a man of unity. He founded his political party called MNC, movement of national movement of Congolese people, and he was against the Bakongo tribe. We have more than 400 tribes, but he's the only one leader who could unite all these ethnic tribes. And yes, we had the Katanga and people from the south, and from the west we had the Bakongo Kasavubu movement and political parts, and also Kizenga's part. So, but Lumumba was someone who was uniting the people, and one of his vows, it was the protection and promotion of the working class, because he came from a very poor family in Honolulu in Sankugo, and then he took power. He was raised to the level of the first prime minister. So to sum up, Lumumba is for me, a dream, a reference, and a person who struggled for the unity, justice, and dignity of Congolese people, and he sacrificed himself for liberation and independence. Yeah, thank you. Je pense que Binja et Bunga, vous allez parler aussi. They can also say something. I'll be translating. On peut commencer par Binja, qui est Lumumba par toi, et la journée de sa naissance que nous célébrons le centenaire aujourd'hui. Ça te dit quoi?
Pour moi, Lumumba était un grand inspirant.
Pour parler très fort.
For me, Lumumba is presenting an hero for our government.
He was our first prime minister.
C'est lui le fondateur d'un mouvement comme Mouvement national congolais.
He was the founder of the national movement of Congolese people, MNC. He was born on the 2nd of July in 1925 on Nalua.
Pasi, do you hear me? Could you please ask our sister to introduce herself and everyone who speaks? Yes.
Présente-toi, tu peux te présenter donc.
My name is Juliana Lumumba. I'm a student at middle school, and I am in the first conference.
Yes, continue. Yeah. She's a student. She studies at, let me say, yes, continue.
Lumumba est celui qui a proclamé l'indépendance pour la condition sociale.
He struggled for independence of our country. Tu peux parler très fort?
Lumumba est celui qui a proclamé l'indépendance pour notre pays.
He proclaimed independence for our country. Yeah. Qu'est-ce qu'il représente pour toi, tu peux dire?
Il représente un héros national.
Yeah, he is representing a national hero for me.
Un modèle, un exemple et élément pour sa patrie, pour son pays.
Yeah, he is a model and a symbol of struggle against occupation and defense of the homeland.
Thank you.
Merci. Et Bunga, the second. Bunga, tu peux ouvrir la caméra, tu te présentes et tu parles. Yeah, the second is you. Parlez très fort.
I'm in the third form scientific, and I'm studying at Messager School. Pour moi, Lumumba, déjà, il était un leader national.
He was a national leader.
Il fut le tout premier ministre de la RDC.
was the first prime minister of Kôngo, the Congo, DRC today.
Et surtout, il a lutté pour l'indépendance du pays.
Struggled for the independence of the country.
Mais malheureusement, il n'a pas vraiment eu beaucoup de temps au pouvoir. Il est mort le 17 janvier
Unfortunately, he didn't have time
1961.
to rule the country because he ruled only for 3 months from 1960 up to 1961.
Et pour moi, il est resté vraiment un exemple, un bel exemple à suivre.
For me, he is a good example.
Parce que c'est d'abord la patrie avant tout. Il a été,
So,
d'ailleurs aujourd'hui, il est comme héros national parce qu'il a sacrifié sa vie pour celle du peuple.
And today he's considered as the national hero because he sacrificed his life. He gave his life to the whole country.
Yeah. C'est tout pour moi.
Yes. Thank you. That's all. Est-ce que Kanyinda est là? Peut parler? Kanyinda?
Oui, oui, je peux parler.
Est-ce que tu peux forcer qu'on puisse
Bonsoir
te voir?
d'abord à vous. Bon, d'accord, j'essaye alors.
Yeah,
Vous
it's
ne me
good.
verrez pas très bien. Hein?
Yeah, no problem, pas de problème. Yes?
Bonsoir, bonjour à tous aussi, selon l'heure où vous êtes.
Yeah.
My name is Kanina Kabea. Comme vous le connaissez déjà, j'étudie au messager aussi. Je suis devenu... Bon, je n'ai même pas besoin de donner beaucoup plus d'informations.
I don't need to have
Mais...
give more details, but I'm a student at the Messager High School.
Okay. Mais, du genre, d'après ce que j'ai entendu, c'est une très belle histoire. Et pour moi aussi, Monsieur Patrice Lumumba, que j'ai présenté récemment, a vraiment marqué quelque chose dans notre pays.
Yeah, like Patrice Lumumba, whom are represented in a piece of art in the theater, I played the role of Lumumba at the school events. Yes.
Oui, et donc, c'est un exemple à suivre pour nous montrer qu'il faut toujours se battre pour la bonne cause, même si cela coûtera notre vie à nous-mêmes.
Yeah, he is the model and example of the struggle for a given a good cause, even though this can cause you your whole life. Even this can cause your life. You can even die for that struggle.
Donc, je nous conseille.
Yes, continue.
Oui, et genre qu'on puisse toujours faire le nécessaire pour la bonne cause et suivre l'exemple de Patrice Lumumba. Malgré sa mort, il est toujours dans le cœur et nous le célébrons en tant que héros aujourd'hui.
Yeah, we should continue, we should keep on struggling. Though what you are struggling for can cause you death, but you should continue struggling and reach the goal, the vision you have assigned yourself.
Oui, c'est tout pour moi.
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's everyone, Brother Percy.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's all about me. Yeah.
All right, Asante Sana. Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. I am multitasking here like an African mother on Christmas Day. Yeah, unfortunately, on Christmas Day. Really, like, that should be part of the conversation. Let's take this back. There we go. Okay. So, Asante Sana, ndugu Percy, Dada Mireille, Dada Ruth, ndugu Morgan. Asante, thank you so much for sharing. I'm pausing for you, Brother Percy.
Yes, great. We can hear.
No, I'm pausing for your translation. Brother Pasi, I was pausing for your translation.
Ok, je vais le dire, merci beaucoup pour votre présentation. Nous l'avons suivi avec attention, c'était très bien.
Okay. So now we're going to move on. We've heard about our brother from our brothers and sisters in the continent. We'll talk about more about Patrice and Medgar during the panel. But we have our brother Ikemba who has joined us, and interesting enough, he's a professor at Medgar Evans College. So there you go, right? He's going to tell us about Medgar Evans, and many people don't know about Medgar. I did not know until I was researching for this that he witnessed at 12 years old a friend being lynched. Yeah. So for those of us who witnessed George Floyd, probably all of us, right? That's a nation. But back in the day, it was you're watching a black man hang on a tree. You know how it all went. Complete abuse of humanity. When you've seen that with your two eyes, you can never walk into corporate America and act like everything's okay. You're going to fight, right? And that's what made them revolutionaries. Patrice Lumumba had witnessed his people being killed, their hands cut, because they were not producing enough rubber. That was the policy of the colonial system in Congo, to the point where they had in Switzerland and in Belgium, chocolate made in the form of hands. This is how sick these people are, right? So I can go all day if I start talking about the white people and the oppressors' evil ways. So let me stop there. Brother Ikemba.
Maybe I can translate.
Yes. Please.
Yes, merci. Après avoir suivi la présentation de Lumumba, maintenant on va suivre la vie et la lutte de Medgar Evers, qui était aussi né le 2 juillet. Lui, il est de l'autre côté du monde, de l'Amérique. Mais si vous essayez de comprendre comment Lumumba s'est lutté contre l'oppression, l'exploitation de l'homme noir au Congo, à l'époque du Congo belge, comment couper les mains de ses compatriotes, et il s'est révolté comme ça. Et aussi, nous allons découvrir le frère qui est juste devant moi. Il va aussi présenter Medgar Evers, et puis nous allons comprendre aussi comment il a lutté, quelle a été sa vision et les stratégies qu'il a mises en place pour mener sa lutte.
Yes.
Thank you.
When John Henry Clark was learning as a young person, he asked Langston, right?
No, I told Schomburg.
Schomburg. He asked Schomburg, who was an elder than his mentor, to tell him about his people, what books can he read, and Schomburg told him, go learn about your enemy first, learn about the white people first. And so I'm saying that to say that I'm going to advise you all, if you can, we are in the bookstore after all, right, to read The Kaiser's Holocaust. It's one of the books. And The Kaiser's Holocaust is a story about German and Namibia and what they did on the continent, right? We have these fights because today the goal is to bridge the gap between us, to show that what they've done to you here, they've done at home where you were taken from. So they did testing on them, medical testing, put them in the desert to burn alive in the heat in the desert. So all kinds of horrible things. That is where they tested. And they learned from the United States government how to torture. That's where the Germans learned how to torture, because they watched them and they were talking to the leaders here. And it's all in that book. And they're telling you what they thought of us and how they approached the universe, that all land was for them and they could take us off of it to have it. So The Kaiser's Holocaust is a great book. If you get a chance, it will tell you the story of these people. But Brother Ikemba, without delay, Medgar Evers.
Nous allons suivre Medgar Evers.
I was going to say that.
Oh, is he going to translate what you
Did
said,
you want to
or-
translate everything else, or you're good?
I think you can just talk and then I will summarize.
All right,
Yes.
sorry.
Il peut parler, je vais résumer après.
All right, peace, everyone. So I'm excited to be here with family here in Newark, as well as family over in the DRC in Congo.
De voir ici également la famille, toute la famille en RDC.
Now, before I get into speaking about Medgar Evers, an important part of African history in the United States that we don't know is that most of the Africans that came to the United States during the 18th century came from Central Africa, came from Angola.
Il y a beaucoup d'Africains qui sont venus de l'Afrique vers l'Amérique, sont venus de l'Afrique centrale. Et avant de parler de Medgar, je veux parler un peu de cette histoire.
70, somewhere around 70% of the Africans that came to the United States, or colonial America at the time, came from Central Africa. They stopped bringing Africans from Central Africa after the Stonewall Rebellion. And if you look at the history of the Stonewall Rebellion, you'll get an understanding of why. So I just wanted to start with that, just to show the connection that we have of how close we are when we talk about Africans in the United States and those on the continent, and specifically, those from Central Africa, of course, West Africa, though we came from many other places as well on the continent. But I just wanted to, just emphasize that connection that we have.
Je voulais juste dire que plus de 70% de tous les Noirs qui sont venus de l'Afrique vers les États-Unis sont venus de l'Afrique centrale, et ce sont eux qui sont à la base de la rébellion, de la révolte aux États-Unis aujourd'hui. Ce sont eux qui ont peuplé le monde noir aux États-Unis.
All right, so I'm going to briefly speak about Medgar Evers because I know we're going to go more into this on the panel. But Medgar Evers was born on July 2nd, 1925, just like Patrice Lumumba. And so we had that connect. Oh, go ahead. I'm trying to pause. I'm trying to give you some time. Yeah, I'm paused.
Yeah, so je vais parler de Medgar Evers, qui est aussi né le 10 juillet comme Patrice Lumumba. Moi, je ne vais pas beaucoup parler, je serai un peu bref pour comprendre sa vie et son histoire.
All right, so Medgar Evers is someone, as Nduku mentioned, he's someone that isn't recognized, at least in the Black radical tradition in America. Medgar Evers isn't a name that is usually brought up. And so many of us, and many Black people, Africans in the United States, don't know much about Medgar Evers.
Ce qui est vrai sur sa vie, c'est que Medgar n'est pas quelqu'un de plus radical que d'autres Noirs américains qui ont lutté pour l'intérêt du peuple noir, et il n'est pas plus connu ici aux États-Unis.
And one of the reasons in the Black radical tradition we don't speak about Medgar Evers or study Medgar Evers much is because politically most of us weren't aligned with Medgar Evers' fight for civil rights and integration.
Et parmi les raisons que Medgar n'est pas plus connu, c'est parce que lui, c'est un homme politique qui parlait des droits civils des peuples noirs, et ceci l'a un peu amené dans un monde qui est un peu à part.
But when we study Medgar Evers, we can gain a better understanding of Medgar Evers wasn't necessarily an integrationist. Medgar Evers was fighting for the liberation and human rights of Black people in the United States.
Bien, quand on parle de Medgar Evers, c'est quelqu'un qui n'est pas un intégrationniste, il ne s'était pas intégré comme tous les Noirs qui ils sont différents de ceux-là qui sont venus de l'Afrique, mais c'est quelqu'un qui parlait un peu de la libération des peuples noirs. Il ne s'était pas intégré dans le monde noir des États-Unis.
Now, just to give some brief context of Medgar Evers, like his experience growing up in Mississippi, as Nduku mentioned, Medgar Evers witnessed a lynching of a 12-year-old boy. He actually witnessed a lynching of a boy. When you look at this, when you study that history, or you learn why that boy was lynched, it was because he went to a white festival or a white fair, an all-white fair where Black people weren't supposed to show up. And this 12-year-old boy was lynched because he went to this fair.
Si nous voulons parler de sa lutte, comment ça a commencé, il a commencé par défendre un garçon, un jeune noir qui voulait se présenter sur une foire commerciale, tout ça, quelque chose comme un festival, là où il y avait beaucoup d'hommes blancs et il fallait se présenter comme ça. C'était vraiment très difficile pour ce jeune noir.
This was one of two lynchings that Medgar Evers witnessed. And the two lynchings that he witnessed were two of somewhere around 10,000 lynchings that took place in the United States over a 100-year period.
Et ceci est parmi les luttes, légendes d'activités qu'il a menées en tant que défenseur des droits civiques des Noirs aux États-Unis. C'était très remarquable.
So this is going to deeply impact or have an effect on Medgar Evers as a young boy growing up in the South, growing up in Mississippi. Medgar Evers is going to graduate from high school and he's going to go into the military and he fights in World War II.
Medgar, c'est une figure très emblématique parce qu'il n'est pas seulement un noir qui est venu de Mississippi, du Sud, mais il a aussi étudié, il a intégré même l'armée, il a combattu Deuxième Guerre mondiale.
Now, Medgar comes back from the war, and like many Black people, men and women who fought in the war, when they came home, they expected to be afforded the same rights as other American citizens, and that was not the case. Medgar Evers is going to attempt to register to vote in Mississippi during a period of time where most Black people were not registered to vote, and if they tried to register to vote, their family would be terrorized, and they could likely be killed as a result of attempting to register to vote.
Et après avoir combattu en tant que militaire, après avoir lutté dans le domaine militaire, il fallait qu'il revienne après avoir quitté l'armée. Il fallait qu'il retrouve la cité et avoir les mêmes droits comme tout autre citoyen américain. Mais lui, il a été écarté, il avait des défis parce qu'il a été écarté, il a été opprimé, il ne devait pas participer, avoir le même droit de vote quand il s'agissait de postuler comme candidat dans le domaine des élections aux États-Unis.
So Medgar will attempt to register to vote. When he goes to register to vote, there is a group of white people standing outside of the municipal building. They turn Medgar Evers around. Medgar goes, or they force him out of the building, tell him he needs to leave. Medgar leaves. He goes to get his shotgun, comes back to the municipal building with a friend, ready to go to war. So he's about to do whatever is necessary to go in there and exercise his right to vote.
Il a été vraiment combattu par tous les les Blancs qui ne voulaient pas le voir postuler ou avoir le droit de vote. Et puis, il devrait utiliser toutes ses forces en tant que quelqu'un qui a évolué dans l'armée. Il fallait maintenant se défendre, procéder par tous les moyens pour qu'il puisse avoir ses droits.
When he gets to the building, there's the crowd has grown a bit larger. There's a white woman who goes to Medgar Evers and he tells Medgar, don't lose your life over this. You know, wait for the right time. Now is not the time. Medgar takes what she says into consideration and he decides not to force the issue. But it was that day that he decided that he's going to fight for his right to vote in Mississippi. And so that began his journey for the struggle of civil rights and human rights in Mississippi, that day right there.
Mais il y avait maintenant une blanche qui l'a conseillé de ne pas continuer dans cette démarche de réclamer son droit de vote parce qu'il n'allait pas réussir, mais c'est ce qui a poussé à Medgar Evers de commencer sa lutte et d'avoir le droit de vote comme tout citoyen et de promouvoir le droit civique.
All right. So there's a lot that I can say about Medgar. I just want to highlight a few things so we don't turn this into like a 2-hour talk about Medgar. A few things I want to highlight about Medgar that many people don't know is that Medgar Evers supported the Mau Mau rebellion, the Kenyan Land and Freedom Army. The Kenyan Land and Freedom Army, right? But we called them Mau Mau at that time, so that's what he said. Medgar Evers and his brother Charles Evers were talking about forming a Mau Mau type of organization in Mississippi.
Bon, il y a beaucoup de choses à dire sur Medgar Evers, mais ce que je peux dire dans quelques lignes, c'est ceci. Et parmi les choses qu'il a réalisées, il faut retenir que Medgar a soutenu le mouvement de rébellion de résistance des Mau Mau au Kenya. Et il a créé une structure très forte qui a soutenu cette lutte des Mau Mau au Kenya.
So Medgar Evers, he believed in self-defense. He wasn't a turn up the cheek, type of organizer or leader. He believed in self-defense. Medgar Evers also investigated the lynching of Emmett Till. He was one of the lead investigators of the lynching of I'm not sure if they may not be familiar with it, but a 14-year-old boy from Chicago was in Mississippi and was lynched for allegedly whistling at a white woman. And Medgar Evers was investigating the lynching or the murder of Emmett Till. And many people don't know that.
Nous pouvons se parler dans le domaine de défense parce que Medgar Evers, il a défendu plus les Noirs, les jeunes gens de la rue. Il a vraiment défendu la cause des jeunes à Chicago, aux États-Unis. Et c'est ce qui a marqué sa lutte parce qu'il s'intéressait plus dans le droit des enfants, surtout des Noirs à Chicago.
All right, so to sum this up, some of the things we need to understand when it comes to Medgar, because Medgar was the first field secretary of the NAACP. And the NAACP is not known for direct action. I'm going to do a lot of talking right now, but if you could just sum up. So the NAACP is not necessarily known for direct action against the system. They're known mostly for legal defense, defending Black people who have been unjustly done in this under the system. And so Medgar Evers, though, some of the leaders of the NAACP locally, they will take on actions that may go against what the NAACP believes. Robert F. Williams was one of those people as well. who was a member of the NAACP. Medgar Evers led the first sit-ins that was taking place in Mississippi, in Jackson, Mississippi, in 1961, when the SNCC was going around doing sit-ins in different cities, Greensboro, Nashville, Tennessee. So Medgar Evers organized, he took 9 members of the NAACP and organized a sit-in in Jackson, Mississippi. He also helped desegregate the University of Mississippi, or at least get James Meredith admitted into the University of Mississippi. Medgar Evers, because of Medgar Evers' approach to breaking down apartheid or Jim Crow in the South, his house was firebombed 5 days after This was less than a year after the sit-ins that was taking place. His house would be firebombed. But 5 days after his house was firebombed, Medgar Evers would be assassinated by a member of the White Citizens Council. And I say White Citizens Council because to this day, the Beckwith, who was the murderer of Medgar Evers, he would decades later be charged with that murder. But when we look at this history and we understand how the Ku Klux Klan, these white supremacist organizations work, he wasn't acting alone. And so the White Citizens Council, really justice never was given for the murder of Medgar Evers, because we're not just going to say one person was involved in that shoot. Are we saying that Beckwith was the person who fired through the Molotov cocktail 5 days earlier as well? So there was a conspiracy to murder Medgar Evers, and it's because of what Medgar Evers stood for. Medgar Evers died on June 12, 1963. He died 3 years before Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture, formerly known as Stokely Carmichael, made the call for Black Power. And we understand, like, after the assassination of Malcolm X, many young Black people, Black leaders started to leave organizations that they were involved in before, like the NAACP. Fred Hampton was actually president of the NAACP in Illinois at one point. So we can see that a lot of people were shifting to the Black Power movement, Black nationalism, right? And Medgar Evers never got an opportunity to make that shift. But I believe if Medgar Evers was never assassinated because of, if you look at his history, his record, you know, he was doing things that SNCC was doing, right? Not necessarily what the NAACP was doing. I think Medgar Evers, like Robert F. Williams and others, would have made that shift as well. And I think that Medgar Evers is somebody that we can learn from. We might not necessarily agree with everything ideologically, but when you study Medgar Evers was a thorough organizer. I'll tell you, read Medgar Evers' autobiography, and he's writing, he's talking about how to get members, you know, what we, just everything that has to do with what we need to know about organizing, you can learn from Medgar Evers' story. So I know that was a lot right there if you want to sum that up, but I'm going to end there so we can move on to the next thing in the program. I know I just sorry about that, though. I didn't want to keep it. I wanted to spit that out, man. Is this still? Yeah. Oh, okay. You're muted, Patrice. You're muted. Just let them know Medgar was a great man.
Mute. You're
muted.
Mute.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'll try that. They've given the idea of Medgar. Je voulais dire, il a beaucoup parlé sur Medgar, mais ce qu'il faut retenir, I'm going to read for them something, so. Et lui, ce qu'il faut retenir, il a joué un rôle comme un activiste des droits civiques, et comme il a dit, c'est un vétéran de la Deuxième Guerre mondiale. Il fut aussi secrétaire de NACC, AAC, et parmi ce qu'on peut retenir de Medgar, c'est sa défense lorsque vous voyez l'image d'un jeune de 14 ans, d'un jeune noir qui a été brutalement assassiné en Mississippi en 1955. C'est lui qui a plaider pour qu'il y ait des évidences, qu'il y ait des preuves, et pour que son procès soit national et que ça soit reconnu. Je pense qu'on a toujours vu cette image. Et lui, il n'a pas été reconnu dans le mouvement de Black Power, mais c'est quelqu'un qui a vraiment lutté, surtout dans le domaine des droits politiques et de soutien, de défense et des dons et des subventions au peuple noir, surtout aux peuples opprimés. Merci. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was a professor, so don't expect any less from what you just received. And he was checking himself too, so. Sorry, we have to have some humor in this way. It's stressful life, we have to have some humor, and sometimes it is at our own expense. So we're going to have some performances. To the family that has joined us, feel free, if you feel inspired, to perform poems, songs, anything. Even if you want to come and do an African dance for 5 minutes, just, we're going
family.
to...
We can wave to everyone. Yeah.
It's a celebration, right? It's a celebration of two men, and so this is the celebration part. Go on, Pastor.
Yeah, I was hardly hearing from
sorry.
you,
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to have performances, our family here. We have Brother Kofi, who's going to have a couple of performances. He's a great musician, by the way. You will hear it. Brother Ikemba will have a performance. I'm going to read Patrice Lumumba's speech on Independence Day, the reason he was killed. And anyone else who wants to come up and share with us, please do. I'm going to let
me translate.
Yes, let's go.
Good. Yeah, maintenant, nous allons passer à un moment de divertissement et il y aura des musiciens. Et l'homme qui est devant moi, c'est un grand musicien. Et nous aurons aussi d'autres performances de poètes, tout ça. Et vous êtes libre, celui qui a quelque chose. Et moi aussi, je vais lire le discours de Lumumba. Et je pense que Binja, elle peut faire Maman Afrique, si ça ne dérange pas. Binja, tu es là? On ne vous voit pas. Je sais qu'il est vraiment tard. C'est une opportunité parce qu'on va... Ça va aller, Binja? Maman d'Afrique? Tu peux aussi rester... Tu es prête?
Someone wants to perform from Congo?
Oh!
Yeah, she can perform a poem. I'm asking her if she's ready.
Yes.
Tu peux déclamer le poème Mère d'Afrique? Tu es prête? Oui. Ça va?
Please, my sister, be loud and proud. So that we can hear you louder. Come closer to your computer, maybe.
Approche-toi de l'appareil, on ne t'entend pas bien. On t'écoute difficilement. Si tu peux déclamer le poème là, tu peux. Parce que c'est le moment de divertissement. S'il y a quelque chose de talent à exposer, il y a des musiciens, des poètes. Voici si tu peux reprendre le poème là, Mère d'Afrique.
Oui, je peux.
Yeah, she's going to perform the poem called "We All Love Our Mother." She will do it in English.
Perfect. Go ahead. Nice. Let me center her. Tell her to hold on 1 minute. Let me center her.
Ouvre un peu la caméra, on va te cadrer, te centrer. Tu peux le faire.
Look at me doing touch screen. So it's a touch screen.
Attends un peu, on va...
There we go.
Tu peux le faire maintenant.
I love my mother. I have a lot of sisters. I have a lot of fathers. I have a lot of uncles. I have a lot of cousins. I have a lot of aunts. But we are of our mother. She is my mother's mother. She is my father's mother. She is my grandparent's mother, is my great-grandparent's mother, is my ancestor's mother. The mother we are talking about is Mother Africa. We must defend our mother, but change up our mother. We must come together in the name of our mother. We all love our mother. We all love our mother. We all love our mother. Thank you.
Asante, 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 asante. Powerful message, especially as we are healing the African family and putting back the woman in her rightful place because she was taken away by the colonialists. So yes. Asante, asante, asante.
Ça parle de la famille, merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Yes. Brother Kofi?
What I'm going to share a piece.
Okay.
I'm going to share a piece. I'm going to read a poem and Lumumba later on. I'm going to share a piece. I am unique. It's about us as people.
So Brother Kofi has done music. He's going to share one of his pieces.
Oui, c'est un musicien. Il va me balancer l'un de ses morceaux.
And for the brothers in Congo, it is hot.
Yeah. Yes.
I am unique with the same physique.
This is the brother who's done this song. Brother Kofi.
From the many
Peace and blessings.
Praise.
Similarity, the same vibes, and attitude we can disguise. I am unique. I am unique. I am unique. I am unique. Yeah.
I am from the tribe of many. I evolved and piece of land somewhere in the diaspora of the many others, proclaiming me to be a unique brother to my brothers and my beautiful twin sisters. Not be different, and there's no difference. I'm from royalty and nobility. It's not intrigue nor mystique. I am happy in peace. I'm a unique child from the stock of the very old antique kind. Geniuses of the mind, from whence the glory shines among the many kinds. I'm a proud, unique child from the tribe of many. I'm walking in their footsteps, learning to debate their values, to carry on their legacy. I'm humble, but I'm forceful. The mix is within. In all my effort, I've yet to recall. Together we will win. My pledge. Yes, my pledge to the groupings of the families. I'm prepared to stay the path in the right direction and to join with you to be each other's protection. I am a determined royal one. I have courage. I'm building strength to make me strong. I vision. I keep reflecting the many stories of gone days that pass. And it's yours and my will. The days ahead can be the day I vision. Me from you, and you from me. In collective consciousness and working as one and take the right stand.
We can make love of difference. If we stand together, I am unique, you are unique. We all are unique. We all are unique in our own way. I am unique.
Our victory, many will see. I'm unique from the same defeat, the same look alike from the many tribes. Similarity the same. Vibes and attitude we can't disguise. You're a reflection of each other all over the many lands. You're scattered. I can see we are large and strategic everywhere. I'm a proud, unique African child from the tribes of many. Here's a thought. I'm a branch from the big tree. The roots are from a divine earth. I'm transplanted for the purpose of us across earth to fulfill our pledges, commitment, and devotion to complete the unfinished struggle. This is dedicated to my diasporic African brothers and sisters on behalf of my grandchildren. We can make a lot of differences if we stop being different.
I am unique with the same physique, the same look alike from the many tribes. Similarity, the same vibes, and not to be can disguise. I am unique. I am unique. I am unique. I am unique.
Yes, that's Brother Kofi. Brother Kofi, come so that people can see you again. And we had you on Kumbukeni.
I write from the art because I've been loving my brothers and sisters. This is a success. It's not numbers. And I want to say thank you to those who are here. Come follow each other. A seed that's been planted right now, it will mushroom. And because that's how it all started. I know about Lumumba, maybe about 50 years old, many years ago. And it comes through the Rastafari, original Rastafari, not long before my Mali. And they used to, in the mountains, they would play the drum. And they used to sing many media winters about, like what was going on in the Congo then. About 15, and we started about Casa Kôngo, Motion, Lumumba. So that's how I really know what Lumumba is. When Lumumba got killed, I was about maybe 19 years old then. So I know Lumumba, I know the story. So Lumumba is a part of my heart. What inspired me for us to put this together? Malcolm and Lumumba wanted to stay here. Oh, I know that. I read a book with a sister from Angola who wrote this book. I forget her last name, but her name was Shauna. And I said to myself, if I had a daughter, I would name my daughter Shauna because she said her heroes in this book. In this book are 2 heroes, Lumumba, Malcolm, and Marcus. And I read the book. So then I realized, by reading the book, I realized Malcolm, because the book says when America threw Garvey out of the United States was 1925, and the same year Lumumba was born. So I know that since then. So the other day when we celebrated Malcolm's 100, this is the 90th, which I know, and I said, and he said, let's try and celebrate Lumumba because it was a certain date, a certain date, 2nd of July, and we planned this. And we only planned for about, let's say, week and a half, really. You know, and thank God for media technology because it brings us out that because we didn't do that, you know, but it's a seed plan and we're going to carry it forward. Because I hope one day each and every one of us can celebrate all these heroes on their birthday. It doesn't be a national day. I can invite you to my house and say, let's celebrate Lumumba, come up with coffee or something like that. Hope we can do that. You know, hope we can do that one day. But my spirit and my life is in the liberation of my people. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. You know? So I wrote a lot of pieces, a lot of pieces. I wrote a lot of pieces. I have a lot of pieces I've been writing. As a matter of fact, let me tell you how I started writing. I used to love to write. And I used to, when I was growing up, I would read a newspaper. And I would start reading the newspaper and I would create a story in the newspaper and read it out loud. Everybody wanted to see it. And I was making this in my head. So I would like to write little things. But you know, there was just opening door, closing door on the floor and all these things. And I was invited in 1983, I was invited to February, Black History Month. And I couldn't have went. For some reason, I had not gone. So the next day I said to my sister, did you went to the program last? She said, yes. She said, yes. And I said I could make it for whatever reason. So she said it was nice, but it was a sister who wrote a poem on Malcolm, and it didn't have no flavor. And it hit me hard in my heart. You could write something strong about Malcolm, and I write the poem about Malcolm alone. Alone. And that's where I started. 1983 March, that's when I started to write cultural poem. 1983 March, I wrote Alone. I'm alone in that. Anyway, I did a piece of Patrice. I call it Strong Man. So I'll just share it.
And just remember something long for. Yeah.
I call it Strong Man, Patrice. I can't count the times I shed a tears when I hear your name. The feeling becomes the same each time, again and again. I even feel numb, ashamed, and a sense of blame, as if there's something I could do why I didn't come to your rescue. Sorry about that. I'm going to start all over again. I can't count the times I shed a tear when I hear your name. The feeling becomes the same each time, again and again. I even feel numb, ashamed, and a sense of blame, as if there's something I could have done. Why didn't I come to your rescue? To rescue you from the missioners, oh no, I mean demonic, merciless mercenaries, that you'll be able to finish the work of dissolving those ruthless barbaric rapers and pillagers of our beloved Mother Africa. Patrice, our brother, our hero, our liberator, our strongman brother, Patrice Lumumba. I swear and I pledge to you, soon the job that you have started, that you have left undone by the murderous acts of those evil, wicked scoundrels will be finished soon, one day soon. Rest well, our brother. The bits and pieces they were trying to transform you into become a part of all of us. You are so much alive in us. We talk you, we celebrate you, and we force the coming generations to keep knowing the inspiration you are, and they must hail you each day. And remember the name, Patrice Emery Lumumba. You are a visionary, a revolutionary, a patriot for the cause. We know you are among others ancestors who agitate the same ideas and ideologies. You're on the pinnacle in the realms of Africa's glory that will enfold you all in the liberation quest you all desire. Peace and blessings.
Thank you. Powerful.
Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, when you come to this bookstore, yesterday I walked in, he had the door open, he had the speaker out there, and his music was playing, and it's all revolutionary music. So this space is a powerful space. This space, for some of us, is our refuge. When we are stressing, I've had moments where, and I live in Montclair, so you can imagine, and I'll drive all the way here just to be here. And I've had moments where I'm stressing and I'm like, okay, I'm going to the bookstore. I'm going to the bookstore. Because when I come, I'm reminded of home everywhere, from the clothing to the representation of our ancestors, to the masks, to the books, to the conversations here. You never, when you come to Source of Knowledge, make sure you have time in your day, because it's never a quick stop at Source of Knowledge. And this is the place where you meet people. I've met so many people just like coming here. So that's where I met Brother Kofi. He's here, our elder, every day, selling his pieces. And this is how we met. We share a birthday on the same day. We didn't even know that, right? Powerful, powerful stuff. Okay, Brother Kemba, are you ready?
Yeah, maybe I can translate this.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes. Cet espace, c'est une librairie, là on vend des livres, mais pour d'autres, pour certains, c'est un lieu de refuge, parce que pour quelques personnes, surtout les Noirs, lorsqu'il y a des problèmes, on vient se réfugier si on partage, c'est un moment de partage, d'échange des idées. Et c'est ici où j'ai rencontré Kofi, notre doyen. And here in Congo, one of the eldest musician is called Kofi Olomide. So we really say thank you for the poem. It is very powerful, very, very powerful. We would like to have the copy of it. And because we also have a project of the book club here with students, and I hope this will be a very good collaboration because we need English books. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
And I'm going to volunteer my brother. If you need someone, if you need the children in Congo and the elders to learn about our brothers and sisters here, reach out and I'll connect you to our brother, and he'd be very happy to join virtually to speak on whatever subject you want to speak on, if he's versed on the subject.
Thank you.
All right. Back again. So this is going to be brief. I got a short piece that I'm going to do. It's called COVID-92. It's actually, so during the quarantine, I had this vision of writing an album called COVID-92 during like the COVID-19 pandemic. And so I was playing on it. So COVID-92 is referring to 1492 when Columbus set sail and carried out an imperialist policy of colonizing the Americas, and then eventually it leads to the colonization of Africa. And so COVID is speaking to the colonial virus that we're all still suffering from to this day. So 500, 600 years of dealing with the colonial virus, which is fundamental, colonial capitalism, fundamental contradiction. So this is a short piece, COVID-92. I wrote this to a beat. It sounds wicked to a beat, but I'm gonna just do it a cappella. Hopefully it has the same effect. And hopefully I can do this smooth because I don't really perform a lot. So Times are precarious under the laws of a nefarious regime, developing perilous schemes to wipe out the population. And through the propagation of propaganda, they incite that must be up. I'm sorry. It's gonna mess me up. It's gonna mess me up. Yeah. So let me start from the top. So times are precarious under the laws of a nefarious regime, developing perilous schemes to wipe out the population. And through the propagation of propaganda, they incite propagation through the misinformation and slander. While we meander through life with no purpose or destination, the ruling class are planning our perpetual enslavement. So easy it is to control a nation by creating a threat and the willingness of the oppressed to acquiesce to the whims of the devil. It's illogical, whether militarily or biological, they move methodical on their plan for global domination. A lot of talk about Black nationalism, but no implementation. While millions of Africans are subjected to the victimization of white power. This is why power is imperative. We have a strong African heritage that built civilizations and pyramids and a myriad of monuments. It's monumental, the things I do to an instrumental. It's instrumental, the way I connect with the sentimental. The flow is transcendental, spitting holy water. I'm a holy warrior, giving hell to the sinful. This is heavenly for my kinfolk. This is for African sons and daughters, navigating through turbulent waters like the Moorish. I stay lit like torches and burn those who try to draw the bridge to my fortress. I was born for this, exactly on the same date that Malcolm X was buried. On a cold day in February, you are morally obligated to end your oppression by any means necessary. That's what he taught us. So I'm going to ride regardless for the nation, if it's in the interest of the African nation. This is COVID-19 hitting like a war machine. This was foreseen. I seen this in a dream. I actually wrote this during quarantine. Peace to the kings and queens.
That's great.
The first time I heard he came a rap, oh yeah, it's a rap, right? Because when he has the beat, it's a rap. I was like, huh? Professor Ikemba raps? I've seen it, I recorded it too. It's still on my phone. Anyway, so it's 8 o'clock. We ran late, and our brothers in Congo, it's 1 a.m.
Okay.
Right? So
You go one piece more.
yeah. But so you're gonna do the piece.
Do a piece in this.
Yes, before we go, you're gonna do a piece, and then I'll read the Lumumba speech, and that will be our closing.
Okay.
But before that, I want to play Juliana Lumumba's words.
Okay.
Where is he?
Right there.
Oh. No, brother Crazy, come share with us. Come share with us. Because we're gonna skip the panel, so come share with us. Share with us, yes, amazing, yes. Please.
C'est le moment du partage, de performance.
Can I give you a quick intro?
Yes,
Just a quick intro. This brother Quasi, DTR 360 books. All of the what we was talking about, all of these bookstores was closing down in New York City. Brother Quasi said, okay, we're gonna still create a bookstore. He did it online. So he's DTR 360 books. He does other things too, bro. I just want to shout that out. And we also are alum of Medgar Evers College. And this brother has been doing a whole lot for a long time in the community. He was holding down in Brooklyn, but he's in Newark right now. And he's all about the people, man. So I just wanted to,
Brother Crazy, give a minute for Pastor to introduce. Pastor, go ahead and translate.
I was talking fast. I'm sorry.
Oui, on continue avec la série de traductions. Avant qu'on passe au discours de Lumumba, qui va lire ça. Donc, il y a un frère, il est plus connecté à la librairie ici. Il a beaucoup de livres qu'il essaie de partager en ligne, il essaie d'inviter. Donc, c'est quelqu'un que j'admire parce qu'il lit beaucoup. Tout ce que nous présentons, c'est comme poème. Le premier poème, c'était Lumumba Stronger. Il y a aussi COVID-19 et il s'est inspiré de de maladie de virus, la pandémie de Covid, pour exprimer aussi comment la lutte contre l'impérialisme s'est faite. On envoie écouter l'autre artiste qui est là. Thank you.
Thank you. So, brothers and sisters, our brother Kenyatta just brought some watermelon, so if you want to grab some, feel free. Let's continue. Brother, please.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah. So I was asked to be on a panel and discuss Pan-African unity. So I wrote some notes, but I'll just summarize for the sake of time. I know it's late, and in Congo it's like really late. So our real leaders of the past, right? Those who have fought, sacrificed, and was assassinated for liberation, right? Two things that they was fighting for, that which is liberation and or freedom, and the second thing is unity, right? And still today, 100 years later, 500 years later, we're still talking about the same thing, liberation and unity. I'm not sure when that day will come, when we will have freedom and unity, and when we will have sovereignty, right? Talking about sovereignty, talking about a nation of our own, talking about nationhood, right? That word is not even used anymore. 60s, 70s, we talking about nation time. What time is it? Nation time, right? That word is no longer here. So I hope that we really come together, no matter your nationality. You hear me? Okay.
No. So, just because of time, Brother Passy, the recording, I'll send it to you and you can translate to them during one of your gatherings. Yes.
Right. So, unity, just want to...
Il n'y a plus moyen de traduire directement. On va envoyer l'enregistrement. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So unity, real quick, just want to speak on unity. Within the word unity, we have units, right? We have units. We must operate as a unit, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your background, right? What is your goal, brother? I already know you. Your goal is freedom and unity, right? So if I don't even know you, but I know your goal is freedom and unity, then, let's wrap it out, right? Marcus Garvey, he had one of the most successful mass movements in history in the 1920s, okay? He didn't study if you were Christian or a Muslim. He didn't study if, you was from Africa or whatnot. Point is, Malcolm X's mother, do you know she was a mulatto? She was a mulatto, and she was a part of the UNIA. This is facts. So again, you didn't have to be straight African, you didn't have to be straight black to be a part of the UNIA. So that's one. Also, in this year, 2025, we had 3 African states, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, formed an alliance together, talking about unity, right? So if they're doing it now, in this year, then what are we doing? Like, I don't hear of any, Black or African American alliance or what have you. It may be in pockets, but we need to do a mass movement of such, okay? And this was actually implemented in Africa in the 1960s, if you know your history, okay? It was with Ghana, Mali, and Guinea, right? They formed a union of African states or something of that sort, okay, to foster a closer political and economic ties amongst those 3 said nations. All right, so again, just speaking on the concept of unity And I'm pretty sure we all heard, forums and presentations on unity, but yet, if someone cuts us off in the road, in the streets, we cussing them out, right? You don't even stop to think, you know what, that's my brother, let me just woosah, 1, 2, 3, let me just pray, right? Because, and even children today, step on your shoes, step on your sneakers, they ready to fight, right? I know it. When I was in junior high school, that was a thing. And I know things ain't changed, so that's probably still a thing, right? So just being more conscious of being lenient with our brothers and sisters, being more lenient and patient with our brothers and sisters, and giving them grace as well. Because we give, our enemy grace. We give our oppressor grace. We give the president his grace, right? I know some of them, many of us voted for him, so we must have gave him some type of grace and some type of acceptance. So moving on, right? So I just want to also mention that Marcus Garvey, speaking on, again, unity, speaking on Pan-Africanism, one of Marcus Garvey's mentor was a Muslim. His name was Dus Muhammad Ali. Again, I don't know if you know that. Okay, but just speaking about the unity, he didn't care if he was a Christian. He didn't care if he was Hindu. His main purpose was African liberation. And today we have lost that. We have lost that. The Christians is fighting with the Muslims, right? And then even with the Muslims, you have to be Sufi, you have to be Sunni, this and that. A Muslim is just a Muslim. Christian is just a Christian, right? If you follow Jesus' teachings, okay, and if you just believe in the one God, right? Because some Christians say that Jesus is God. Jesus himself said that he is not God. So moving on, speaking of Islam, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may peace and blessings be upon him. He spent 13 years giving dawah. Dawah meaning inviting people to embrace Islam. In those 10 of 13 years, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may peace and blessings be upon him, he taught Tawheed. Tawheed is the oneness of God, right? It's monotheism. It's the oneness of God. La ilaha illallah. There is no worship. There is no God to be worshipped but Allah. And what was Marcus Garvey's motto? The first 2 words? One God, one motto. One God, one destiny, right? One aim, one destiny. Well, one God was first, right? Implying that it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your background. It's just one God. Okay, so let's operate on those terms. Let's operate on that purpose and that ideology. I think if we operated what Marcus Garvey operated on, we'll get much further in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Tracy. Yes. So again, this is the place where you get to meet amazing people. I'm just meeting Brother Tracy. So, and Ikemba will tell you, Brother Tracy, now that I know you, yeah, you might regret that. In a good way. So when you learn about the soldiers on the front lines, you do not let go of them. You have to keep them close because there's few of them. All right. So Brother Kofi will do one more performance. Yes, and then I'm going to close with Lumumba's speech, and we'll give a word of thanks to our creatress, because I see women here, I see men here. There is no way it's just a man who created us. If especially we believe that the Creator told us we are created in their image. So there's women, there's men, several different images, so the Creator must have multiple images. All right, Brother Kofi. Hold on.
I need a voice for a reason, for a reason, for a reason.
They brought me here for a reason. Just every shackles and chains. Leave me the plantation in the dark of morning to the dark of night. I struggle to free myself from the oppression. Though you lynch or try, I'm still divine. You can release me from your bondage, reluctant and grudging, without direction or preparation. Work for myself, Professor Rick. You came and destroyed. I have all my willingness. What more do you expect? Or what has of me? I've worked for long without pay. You should prove me. You share my cloth and equal for your betterment, or for the dollars and cents. Hate and despise me because I resent. You lynch me now as you lynched me back then. You gun me down in the streets, even the playground or in the safety of the right well. My skin coated of suspicion, to execute the suspicions and violent actions. I'm innocent, but you beat the guilt on me. Sent to prison yet for your reasons. The sheep labor still extorting. I am being lazy, don't want to give more free labor. I demand pay.
I struggle to free myself from oppression. No, you release me from trying. I'm still defying you, claim you release me from your bondage reluctantly. Voice for a reason, for a reason, for a reason. I need a voice for a reason, for a reason, for a reason.
After slavery free for centuries, it's so hot. You didn't tell nothing about the best of me. I plead, go and learn of me, my contributions, and plenty inventions to this sad nation. Since its creation, it's in turmoil, unable to balance the simple beauty of life. I pity this place. I may see the waste speeding up in a fast pace. I remain a column against injustices. Voice for a reason. Tis a thought. The tribulation of my journey. Discomfort living alone in the brave and the unkind. Fester the evil and lack the compassion of being human. It's a symptom you must find your hope. I need your help. In my native Jamaican patois, we said talk, you talk. Some say tell it like it is. Some say spit it out. And some say I hear you. Go tell your stories in all the tongues. We will learn it all. There are translations whenever we speak or chat. as it is, and come out darkness. Don't be afraid to speak or chat the truth. Nothing can defeat the truth. They can only play around and make a mockery of it for self-satisfaction.
They brought me here for a reason. Shut me up in shackles and chains. Lead me to the plantation. Be done of morning to not comply. Oh, for a reason, for a reason, for a reason. I need a voice for a reason, for a reason, for a reason. I struggle to free myself from oppression. No humiliation for trying. I'm still defying you, claim humility from your body. Reluctantly, voice for a reason, for a reason, for a reason. I need a voice for a reason, for a reason, for a reason.
All right. I do that for all of us. We tell our story to each other. Once we know our story, we can blend and know what we got to do.
All right, so I'm going to do, and for those of you on Kumbukeni online, we were going to have a word from Juliana Lumumba, Patrice Lumumba's daughter. And what we're going to do this weekend is the International African Arts Festival in Brooklyn. I'm going to be there enjoying community, so I will not be sitting in front of the computer talking to you all at Kumbukeni. And what we'll do is that session we had with them, we'll play this Sunday on Kumbukeni, so you'll get to see the whole thing. Brother Percy, my brothers and sisters in Congo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Asante sana.
Asante sana.
Despite the challenges, like we are privileged, we get to go home in peace, despite the interesting human being that is leading this nation at the moment. Despite the many things happening in the United States, we can say we are much more privileged than what is happening in Congo. And like I said before in Kumbukeni, I'm sorry, we do not have a way to stop it yet, but we are working on it.
Good stuff.
So these are the words of Patrice Lumumba on the day that they got independence. And this will be our closing. And we are grateful again to our creator, Creatress. We are grateful to our ancestors and to all the nature and being that keeps us moving and keeps us rising up despite the challenges that keep pushing us down. I'm grateful for the community, for all of you coming out, giving us grace as we were going through the challenges with the technology and the heat too. So thank you all for sitting here, for our brother Kenyatta for bringing us food as we were sitting here. And I look forward to the many amazing things that we'll do together. To our brother Isaiah, who helped us last minute. But this was all last minute with the broadcasting and the mics and all that stuff. So I'm very grateful. This is what community building and community work is all about. This is what unity, Brother Kwesi. This is unity, right? Brother Kwesi, as you recognize by his beginning, is practicing Islam, right? I am completely against religion, but we can be in a room and come together for our liberation, right? I can love my brother, I can break bread with my brother because he is my brother. So this is what we are doing. And I'm coming all the way from the continent, a guest in this nation, right? Someone who relatively willingly came to the United States, breaking bread with my brothers and sisters whose ancestors had no choice, who are forced here, and uniting to work together to bring us closer. So, Brother Kofi, would you be able to give me a beat and I'll follow it?
You want a beat?
Give me a beat, just because the drums bring the ancestors alive. I am going to embody Lumumba to the extent that I can and speak his words. A little louder, brother. Men and women of Congo, victorious independence fighters, I salute you in the name of the Congolese government. I ask all of you, my friends, who tirelessly fought in our ranks, to mark this June 30th, 1960, as an illustrious date that will be ever engraved in your hearts. A date whose meaning you will proudly explain to your children, so that they, in turn, might relate to their grandchildren and great-grandchildren the glorious history of our struggle for freedom. Although this independence of the Congo is being proclaimed today by agreement with Belgium, an amicable country with which we are on equal terms, no Congolese will ever forget that independence was won and struggle, a preserving and inspired struggle carried on from day to day, a struggle in which we were undaunted by privation and suffering and stinted neither strength nor blood. It was filled with tears, fire, and blood. We are deeply proud of our struggle because it was just and noble and indispensable in putting an end to the humiliating bondage forced upon us. That was our lot for the 80 years of colonial rule, and our wounds are too fresh and much too painful to be forgotten. We have experienced forced labor in exchange for pay that did not allow us to satisfy our hunger, to clothe ourselves, to have decent lodgings, or to bring up our children as dearly loved ones. Morning, noon, night, we were subjected to jeers, insult, and blows because we were Negroes. Who will ever forget that the black was addressed as "tu"? Not because he was a friend, but because the polite "vous" was reserved for the white man. We have seen our land seized in the name of ostensibly just laws. We gave recognition only to the right of might. We have not forgotten that the law was never the same for the white and the black, that it was lenient to the ones and cruel and inhuman to the others. We have experienced the atrocious sufferings, being persecuted for political convictions and religious beliefs, and exiled from our native land. Our lot was worse than death itself. We have not forgotten that in the cities the mansions were for the whites and the tumble-down hats for the blacks. That the black was not admitted to the cinemas, restaurants, and shops set aside for Europeans. That the black traveled in the holes under the feet of the whites in their luxury cabins. Who will ever forget the shootings which killed so many of our brothers, or the cells into which were mercilessly thrown those who no longer wish to submit to the regime of injustice, oppression, and exploitation used by the colonialists as a tool of their domination? All that, my brothers, brought us untold suffering. That we, who are elected by the votes of your representatives, representatives of the people, to guide our native land, we, who have suffered in body and soul from the colonial oppression, we tell you that henceforth all that is finished with. The Republic of the Congo has been proclaimed, and our beloved country's future is now in the hands of its own people. Brothers, let us commence together a new struggle, a sublime struggle that will lead our country to peace, prosperity, and greatness. Together we shall establish social justice and ensure for every man a fair remuneration for his labor. We shall show the world what the black man can do when working in liberty, and we shall make the Congo the pride of Africa. We shall see to it that the lands of our nation, our native country, truly benefit its children. We shall revise all the old laws and make them into new ones that will be just and noble. We shall stop the persecution of free thought. We shall see to it that all citizens enjoy to the fullest extent the basic freedoms provided for by the Declaration of Human Rights. We shall eradicate all discrimination, whatever its origin, and we shall ensure for everyone a station in life befitting his human dignity and worthy his labor and his loyalty to the country. We shall institute in the country a peace resting not on guns and bayonets, but on concord and goodwill. And in all this, my dear compatriots, we can rely not only on our own enormous forces and immense wealth, but also on the assistance of the numerous foreign states, whose cooperation we shall accept when it is aimed at imposing upon us an alien policy. but is given in a spirit of friendship. When it is not, let me be clear, I have to repeat that, when it is not aimed at imposing upon us an alien policy, but is given in a spirit of friendship. Even Belgium, which has finally learned the lesson of history and need no longer try to oppose our independence, is prepared to give us its aid and friendship. For that end, an agreement has just been signed between our two equal and independent countries. I am sure for this cooperation will benefit both countries. For our part, we shall, while remaining vigilant, try to observe the engagements we have freely made. Thus, both in the internal and the external spheres, the Congo being created by my government will be rich, free, and prosperous. But to attain our goal without delay, I will ask all of you, legislators and citizens of the Congo, to give us all the help you can. I will repeat that again. But to attain our goal without delay, I will ask all of you, legislators and citizens of the Congo, to give us all the help you can. I ask you all to cease your tribal quarrels. They weaken us and may cause us to be despised abroad. I ask you all not to shrink from any sacrifice for the sake of ensuring the success of our grand undertaking. Finally, I ask you unconditionally to respect the life and property of fellow citizens and foreigners who have settled in our country. If the conduct of these foreigners leaves much to be desired, our justice will promptly expel them from the territory of the Republic. If on the contrary their conduct is good, they must be left in peace, for they too are working for our country's prosperity. The Congo's independence is a decisive step towards the liberation of the whole African continent. Our government, a government of national and popular unity, will serve its country. I call on all Congolese citizens, men, women, and children, to set themselves resolutely to the task of creating a national economy and ensuring our economic independence. Eternal glory to the fighters for national liberation. Long live the independence of African unity. Long live the independent and sovereign Congo.
Long live.
Asante. So you've heard the words. They have not been fulfilled. We must ensure that they are fulfilled in each of our own ways. So we are connected to the brothers and sisters in Congo, and we're going to help you meet Patrice Lumumba's will, because this is his will. Because shortly after that, as you said, Brother Passy, 3 months he's taken from this earth. Brother Passy, you have any last words for us?
Yeah, I think so. Nothing to say. I'll just say thank you. Thank you for students. Thank you for Binja, Ruth, Morgan, Ray. I will say thank you for inviting us. It's a privilege because we need such platforms. We say thank you for putting your interest on Lumumba, who is not now here in Canada, and we have a program of teaching Lumumba, and these young students you can see here, we have started organizing like a educational program of teaching Pan-Africanism. We had our first activity during the cultural event of the school, and Morgan Lee, who's there, kind of played the role of Lumumba. We need support from you to reach the goals, because we need to reach more schools. We have started with the first school, which is the Messager. We take the speech of Lumumba like we were doing, we translate them in our languages, and we would like to have a kind of collective leadership of young Congolese who can understand the message of Lumumba and embody, continue the struggle of Lumumba. I don't know if they can also speak, because it's very late here. Je sais pas si Binja peut dire quelque chose. Bonga et Kamila Pascal Feta, on va terminer. Binja, tu as quelque chose à dire? Binja, tu es là? Binja.
Oui.
Avec Panther. Binja est resté de nous jusqu'à 7 heures.
Binja, tu peux dire quelque chose? Qu'est-ce que vous voulez d'eux? Quel est votre message?
En tout d'abord, j'aimerais collaborer avec eux.
Il faut te rapprocher du téléphone, du micro.
Tout d'abord, j'aimerais bien collaborer avec eux.
Says thank you for this program.
Pour l'écouter.
Really? Yeah.
J'aimerais bien collaborer avec eux et je crois que grâce à eux, j'aurai beaucoup plus de connaissances dans plusieurs choses.
She's trying to say that it is thanks to such programs that we will learn more by exchanging. We wanted to continue. We need to be connected to African and Black people.
Et surtout quand il s'agit des non-enfants comme Lumumba et d'autres gens qui ont été là pour le monde, avant que nous ne soyons au monde.
So namely, we should learn more about struggle leaders like Medgar and Lumumba. We should know what their ideas were. So because they started, we know how the world was functioning, and they fought against colonialism.
Non, ça c'est un peu sérieux. Et on a aussi besoin des Africains pour que cette initiative au Kôngo puisse aller de l'avant.
Yeah, and finally, we need to support in order to implement all these programs. We also need books like what we are having there. So they are like speaking English, but they need books, grammar, and why not other conversation English books also in order to go forward. We'd like to continue with this program.
Je me fais matériellement, financièrement, on a besoin de rien.
Yeah, and also we have some challenges like studying in DRC, paying tuition, school fees, very expensive, and the country is undergoing crisis, which is difficult to pay school fees. And I think you may also think of supporting us financially like that. So. Thank you, Small. Morgan?
Ok, moi aussi, j'aimerais d'abord dire merci à tout le monde pour ce beau partage. J'ai vraiment aimé tout ce qui s'est passé. J'ai tout aimé.
Everything that's happened, that's passing in this program, I really enjoyed.
J'ai beaucoup aussi apprécié les musiques. Les personnes chantaient très bien et ça m'a poussé encore à mieux. Vraiment, mes félicitations à la personne qui a chanté.
Congratulations to the person who sang.
Elle chante trop bien.
She sings very well.
Oui. Maintenant, j'aimerais qu'on puisse encore continuer et beaucoup plus sensibiliser les gens à faire comme nous, à parler des histoires du passé pour qu'avec ces histoires, que nous puissions préparer l'avenir.
And we would like to have people to sensitize more students like me in order to understand the history of Black people and to share experiences from the history background up to the present time.
Oui, et aussi, comme papa patient, il peut aussi se fatiguer en étant notre traducteur. Au lieu qu'il commence à se fatiguer à faire tout le temps des traductions en anglais, en français et vice-versa, pourquoi ne pas peut-être nous apprendre directement l'anglais, un peu plus approfondi avec des livres, ou que peut-être que nous venions là-bas pour mieux apprendre.
Yeah, in order to help Brother Percy not translating at the same time, why can't you think of very deep English teaching programs sending us some
Not English,
some books?
Swahili, Ubuntu, not English, Swahili. Not English. We're not going, yes, for reasons of understanding our enemy, yes, but mainly for our unity and for our gathering, Swahili.
Yeah, c'est intéressant, mais pour l'unité, et je pense que avec le temps, on va penser à cela.
Oui. Et aussi, j'aimerais que, comme Bidja l'a dit, que vous nous aidez financièrement aussi dans beaucoup de choses parce que nous manquons aussi des matériels techniques et nous avons qu'un seul technicien. Il ne peut pas quand même travailler seul. C'est pourquoi on a vraiment besoin de tout cela.
And also, we need your help, like Sister Binja said. We also need some support of materials, like computers and whiteout projectors, and also we are students. Our parents are undergoing very difficult moments, and why not creating such a scholarship called Lumumba Medgar scholarship in the former time. There was a program with Friends of the Kôngo, something like that, and they used to fund the tuition, the fees of students who were interested in the history of Black people.
Donc, c'est un peu ça. Et vraiment, je nous encourage tous à continuer sur cette voie et à mieux sensibiliser les gens pour un avenir meilleur et pour l'égalité de tous dans le monde. Merci et bonne soirée et bonne journée aussi.
Thank you. We want to have more people attending and sensitizing. We need to have a very wide and strong team and group movement. Yes. This is the first one. We would like to continue have and going on the program.
Yes. So I volunteered my brother before. I'll volunteer myself as well at no cost. Whenever you need me to step in capacity to teach on what I have learned, I will be available as long as my schedule allows. Then also to the students, invite them to watch Kumbukeni because we started in 2023 and we have a whole lot of videos talking about everything from the Kenya Land and Freedom Army to Walter Rodney, who you must learn about because he talks about how Europe developed Africa. For the Congolese people, the Congo, you have to learn about Walter Rodney because he tells you exactly what's going on with your resources and who is benefiting from them. And most importantly, who is causing the disruption and the killings in your country. It's not Rwanda. It's not Uganda. It's whoever sends Rwanda and Uganda and pays them that is causing it. So I will be available when you need me passing to speak to the students, absolutely no cost. But definitely check out Kumbukeni recordings. Also to the audience online, and to anyone who watches this recording in the future you've heard, if you have the names, reach out to us, kumbukeni1@gmail.com, KUMBUKENI1@gmail.com. If you're interested in supporting our brothers, I will connect you to Percy in whatever way we can help. If you have computers, if you have the money, let us know and we can reach out to the brothers. And if you have books, one of our brothers here just mentioned they may have English books to send to you, Percy. So we're going to follow up on that.
Tell everyone in the audience and out there where you are on YouTube.
Where we are today at the Source of Knowledge.
No, but Kumbukeni.
Oh.
Specifically the YouTube channel.
YouTube channel is youtube.com/@Kumbukeni1. So the @ sign KUMBUKENI. If you don't remember what that is, Percy, you can connect me with whoever and share with them. And this link, if you're on there watching this is Kumbukeni. So to everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We have a few minutes of house music across one block away if you want to go shake a leg before you go home and release the energy from this intense setting.
said peace and blessings to the people, everyone looking at the
Peace and blessings,
to the
yeah.
people.
Peace and blessings. Unity, unity, liberation. Unity and liberation.
All right.
Sila na
Brother?
heri. Kwaherini ndugu zetu, asanteni.
All right. All right.
We will win.
We will.
Yeah.
We must. Asanteni. Kwaheri. Nendeni salama.
Asante.
Haya basi, tutazungumza baadaye.
Did Lumumba and Medgar.
Haya, kwaheri.
Did them proud. Right on.
What country are you from?
Kenya.
Oh, you're from Kenya?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. All the way from East Africa. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. To the audience online, thank you so much for always supporting us. Be well. I see all your comments. Asante sana. Gerald Horn, Angola, Mike Tyson, Congo. Yes. Be well. Nandeni salama. Kwaherini.